Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you'll get to hear me properly, because it seems my what do you call it? My microphone is gone. The battery is gone, but I didn't know, so I just took this thing. My voice is so cracky. I've been having a flu. Anyways, I hope you'll hear me clearly as my microphone is gone. I'm taking a walk in a very nice wooded area. As you can see behind me, it looks really beautiful. And I just thought, you know what, this is a time to do a nice video. And sometimes I always sit on my desk when talking about finance and money and investing and all these things, but I see content everywhere. I see content everywhere around me. Like if I had someone following me with a camera, I would be having so much content, they won't be able to post them, you know, on a daily basis. But because life is happening and you see a lot of stuff, it's so windy, so hopefully this will be audible. Anyways, so life is happening and you see a lot of stuff happening around you, and you kind of compare them to the things you're doing. So I'm taking a walk in this amazing place. Let me just show you a bit. This is the woods in USA now. This is New York. And New York, by the way, most people think New York is all the city, but New York is one of the biggest states. I think it's like the second or the biggest, I don't know, but one of the biggest states in the US. And it has a lot of rural areas, like lots of rural areas. Most people never know that, because when we say New York, people mean the city, but New York is quite big. Anyways, so I'm in New York currently, doing some stuff, traveling as well. I've been to Canada, I've been to so many other states in the US now, and still more to go. And anytime I travel, I get lots of content, lots of information, lots of things to share. Now, today what I wanted to share, I left the house, decided to take a walk, a drive actually, and then I saw these woods and decided to just branch in. Now, one thing that the West does so well, that we don't seem to do well, is that they mind the small details. The small details matter. The small details matter in everything. And this advice will go and make you rich. So if you listen to me up to the end of this video, you're going to make money. I'm sure you're going to make money. And making money, becoming poor or being rich, the distinction is very small, you know. The behavior of the rich and the behavior of the poor, the way we always say, the distinction is not as big, right? You don't see like the rich people still sleep, right? They wake up, they have normal days, 24 hours, they eat normal foods, okay, at least relatively. You know, they do normal stuff that humans do. They breathe the same air, they have the same kind of brain. Some can be genius, yes, that's fine, but actually it's been studied that most people who are geniuses, or like who go to that level, never really build proper wealth, you know. So it's not about being genius or anything, but it's about being, as long as you're a normal human being, right, you can know, oh, this is left and this is right, you know, you're fine. As long as you're not insane, you're not mad or whatever, you're fine. It means you're on the spectrum of making money. So never say, oh, there are certain situations that will make you not make money. You will make money. So anyways, back to our discussion, right? So what I was saying is that there are certain things that the Western countries do better than us, and that's why they are richer, right? That's why we call them developed. That's why they are considered developed and efficient societies. That's why they are called industrialized. It's not like there's such a huge distinction that if you land in the US, there's something so different, massively different, that would make them industrialized or developed or whatever. It's the small things that they have put in place with detail, right, and consistency and discipline and laws. They are the small things. So if you come to the woods, for instance, all the parks I've gone to in the West, be it Europe, be it here, you find a very huge, massive park, like hectares of land, massive parks that you can't actually cover in a day or so. Thousands and thousands of kilometers parks just left there, you know. They're left there for a purpose, so that people remain with something. Like, they're left there for a very clear purpose, that people want to access nature. That's one thing. They want to know that as much as we are developing, we are building all these skyscrapers and whatever, we still have nature for people to go to. We still have places that people can go and rejuvenate, because humans are supposed to be in nature. Humans are supposed to experience nature. Humans live one-on-one with nature, because we are nature. We are nature beings. We come from nature. So even though they are developing, they still remember, oh, we need to conserve nature, and they do so well with that. That's the first point. Second thing, if you come to all these woods, the crazy woods, you know, they're like proper bushes. Like, even if you look at this right now, it's just proper bush, right? It's proper bush. You come in, there's a very clear parking when you come in. There's a place for everyone who want to park and come to the woods. the small stuff. There will be good parking, so there won't be any people roaming in the parking, some thieves trying to steal from you. That parking will be safe, well maintained, safe, clean. Those are the small stuff. A simple parking place. So it means when you come into the woods, they have thought that someone would come to the wood and they would want to drive. They have to get a place to park. Now, when someone gets a place to park, what happens next? This person may want to take a walk in the woods. Now, they have made amazing paths, very clean, nice paths going right through the woods. There are different trails. There are several trails along the woods. You get to enjoy them. Despite the fact that you are in the woods, you still have a place to walk. So when it is rainy, when it's snowing, when it is sunny, you can always walk because there's a clear walking path. So they have actually spent money to make a very clear, nicely, simple tarmac road within the path. I don't think that takes loads of money. It just takes thinking, just takes strategy, thinking about what someone would want, what their people want, what the people actually would value in their day-to-day lives. That's the other thing. So there are nice paths in the woods that you can walk. These paths are properly safe. You can walk here at 3 a.m. in the morning, no issues. They are super safe. Of course, there are incidences of things happening. That's everywhere in the world, but largely they are very safe areas where you can come to with your family, with your children. I just said hi to our family there, taking a walk in the woods. We're just by ourselves. They won't fear that someone would mug them or anything would happen to them. Just that, safety and security. Very simple stuff. It's not like something mega. It's something that should be basic human right, basic value that you provide to your citizens. That's the other thing, right? So you walk into the park, you have a parking place, you have a safe place to walk. There is safety in where you're parking, where you're leaving your car, and the woods are also safe as much as possible. The paths are cleared, so if let's say a tree falls, it's always cleared. If let's say I'm going to there's a stream, there's a river here that I'm going to go to, you will find different bridges along it, right? They make very nice little bridges. It doesn't cost money. It's just about thinking. If you come back to our countries, we don't think of these small things. You find that in a village somewhere where people use a river to cross over to another village or a market or whatever, or to a school, or to get amenities, they don't even have a bridge. But remember that one they're using every single day for their normal lives. Remember this one is made right in the park where no one actually have to come to. So it's thinking beyond the what do you call it? The necessary. Thinking beyond what is just basic sometimes, So they have made all those nice stuff, nice bridges in the towns, in the cities, but they're thinking, okay, these people will go into nature, they need a safe place, they need a place to park, they need a place to sit. When you walk along these paths, you will always find somewhere to sit. You will always find like a really cool, nice area to sit. You'll find like nice benches around this place. It's like they have thought about that beforehand, that you need to have a place to sit. Hey guys, so that's what makes the difference. It's the small stuff. There's a place to sit, you can sit, you can watch people, you can play. The other day when I was walking in here, I saw like places where you can barbecue, you can come with your family. They're just simple wooden benches. Nothing crazy. Simple wooden benches, you can sit, you can come with family, have your meat. They have like small grill, a machine there. It's not even a machine, it's just like a grilling, what do you call them, earths, like a grilling pot. That's what I would say. It's not a machine really. You just put in your charcoal and then you grill. You have fun, you sit with your family. It's a simple bench. It's cleared just under the woods, nice shaded area. That's it. Nothing complicated, but they think about it. It's the small stuff in these countries. When I go to the beaches in these countries, we have some of the best beaches in the world. We have some of the best beaches in the world in Africa, right? And in Asia. But we don't maintain them. When you go to some beaches in these countries, in the US, in Europe, you can see all these small trucks that come and collect trash every single evening or after maybe a couple of hours. They just drive around, make sure that they're collecting all the trash. If someone has dropped something somewhere, make sure they're emptying the bins so they are not properly overflown. These are things that are just normal stuff, but you have to think through them. There's a river down there, really beautiful. It looks really cool, and it's really cool around here. Yeah, so you can see the woods. It's like really cool, really shaded. Anyways, back to the lesson, finance lesson here. Now this is where the punchline is, right? This is where the finance or investment punchline is. Now you just need to do the small stuff to make a difference in your life, financially speaking. Investment wise, you have to think of the small stuff. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Don't think of millions and millions of money. Don't think of it just takes consistency. Very small stuff. Be consistent. Start today. Like, you have some money, get started today. Don't worry about getting a lot of money. Get started immediately. Discipline. If you make a decision that you want to do something, see through with it. Don't invest here, put some money here. Tomorrow you have a new idea. The other day you have a new idea. You end up being this person who is just jumping from one idea to another. So think through stuff, and see through to the end so that you can see the benefit of it. And yes, if it fails, you learn your lessons. There's never something that fails really, but you learn your lessons and you move to the next thing. Be someone who sees things through when it comes to investing. Small stuff, start your saving journey. If you're thinking about buying something, start with that simple one step, the small amount that you think that this is too little, start there. In investing, it's the small things that matter. It's the small strategies like, let me put this money in money market fund. Let me put this amount in real estate. Let me put this amount in bonds. Let me put this amount in stocks. Let me put this amount in crypto. Let me put this amount in, precious metals. It's the small stuff that matter. So don't wait for something massive, something big that's going to change your life once. Put in place certain small measures that will change your life over time. Put in place habits that will compound over time. Put in place certain things or characters that will compound over time and give you what you need. That's all you need to do. That's the difference between rich people and poor people. They are consistent. We are consistent because I can count myself as rich. We are consistent. We are disciplined. We are strategic. But the other thing is we put in small measures here and there to ensure that we make a difference. We go beyond what is just the basic minimum, basically, and that's all you need to do with investing. Let me show you this. So as you can see, like here they put all these trails. Like that's a wood-filled trail. So they have like trails showing you exactly where you are. Right now you can see like the bridge, a small bridge there, because there's usually like a tribute that feeds into the main river. You can see how simple it is. This doesn't cost so much money. This is simply cement and some bricks, but right in the middle of the woods. Is the small stuff that you put into place. With investing and personal finance, if you don't want to overspend, is the idea of putting away money monthly. Simple habits. If you don't want to be, let's say, an impulse buyer, is the idea of not having liquid money with you. If you want to put in financial boundaries with people, is that small step that you take towards that goal. Every single thing you want to do, you must take a very clear step towards that goal. And it doesn't have to be anything massive. Most of the time when you make like really big changes in your life, without planning to, you fall off the track very soon. But if you do it consistently with small steps towards that goal, chances are you'll succeed much better. So guys, as you go in this journey of personal finance and investing, put in small habits that will lead to those massive results that you're looking at. Sometimes when you think about the stuff you need in your life, you're seeing how far it is and you're thinking, wow, that's such a big goal I have. But the small steps will get you there. The small steps will make the difference between you and someone else, between a poor person and a rich person. It's the small steps, because whether you do it or you don't, time is moving. If you're going to, let's say you want to buy a car next year. A car is 1 million. You have nothing now, and then you start procrastinating because you're thinking, 1 million is too much money, so I don't want to start saving, let's say 10k, because then it's too far off. But if you don't save that 10k, next year is still going to be here and you won't have anything. You'd rather save the 10k, see where you are next year, how much you will have, and then look at the balance of the deficit and strategize on how to get that amount. But remember, time is moving. Whether you strategize or not, time is moving. Whether you plan it or not, time is moving. Whether you start the process or not, time is moving. You're still going to get that place, and you're still going to get to that place without everything that you wanted. So what's best? Getting there with half the cup full, or getting there with nothing at all? You make the choice. Like I said, small habits. Sometimes I always say building a habit in finance and investment is more important than the amounts. Building that habit, and consistency and discipline and how to strategize on your finances is more important than how much you're putting away. So guys, I hope that's helpful. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm enjoying here, having fun, and see you next time. I'm out.